Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast.
Welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Oh my gosh, look who it is.
Yeah.
It's one of the outlaw triplets, sportsman, NHRA drag racer, and proprietor of Emmons Autoplex. Ladies and gentlemen, waiting in the wings, Jerry Emmons.
Hey guys.
Hey,
How
man.
y'all doing on this beautiful Saturday, man?
Well, we're doing pretty well. Thank you for saying that. And we're going to be with you in just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Very good. Along with Mr. Emmons, Jeff is going to have this week's Motor Minute, and I review the Subaru Ascent. I thought we already did that.
You did.
You did.
You jumped lines.
Yep. Remember we told you we thought it was Mike in the beginning?
Oh, well, never mind. I, too, get to make mistakes
There you
once
go.
in a while, but
There you
very rarely.
I was
Again,
gonna
if
say,
you had a
we're gonna
4-hour
write
show,
it
we could
down.
tell you about it.
Yeah, very good. All right. And what is your review, Mr. Morris?
The Chevy Tahoe.
The Chevy Tahoe. You know those. So we're going to interview Mr. Mars about his Chevy Tahoe. Jeff, on the other hand, we don't know what he's going
I
to
have
do,
no idea. Yeah, I got it.
but it's going to be good,
Oh, yeah.
whatever it may be.
Mhm.
So all that and more coming up on the In Real Time Car Talk Show. Thanks so much for joining us today, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, who is in the house today.
In the house.
We got Jeff Zekin here, David Ainsley. He's not here, but he's here with us in spirit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Don Armstrong.
He's haunting us.
He's one of the bad spirits.
And now, live
Drum roll.
from Webster, Texas, world headquarters of Emmons Autoplex, and those fabulous triplets at the Emmons World of Motorsports. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Emmons.
Hey man, I got to tell you, I was just listening to you about that story about was it at Macomb where you're talking about that?
Yeah, I read
Yeah.
that earlier in the week.
Man, I always thought that they pushed those cars across.
Well, they
I wasn't
used
aware
to.
that-
Evidently, this person had to pedal, and that's the first thing they said. His foot slipped off, or their
What
foot
a
slipped off.
moron.
Yeah,
Let me just say that. Would you let somebody drive your car like that?
Well, you know, the times that we were there doing remotes here in Houston, they were always pushing them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because they didn't want stuff like that happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was a few weeks ago in the Dallas Mecum.
Okay.
Interesting. The car. I mean, there's a lot of damage. The cars are beautiful, gorgeous, obviously.
They were.
Oh, they were. Yeah.
They're not anymore.
And they were sold cars, so it'd be like you just bought a car, and now it's
Yeah.
Wrecked.
Now
Yeah.
you just sold it.
Yeah, again.
Man, I couldn't
Well, Mr.
imagine.
Well, Mr. Emmons, it's good to see you. You know, we only see you maybe twice a year, but it
Well,
looks as though that this is going to be the second time this year.
Well, we need to make it more of a habit. We've been
Well,
really
you know
busy.
what? We're always ready. The problem is you, because you're I
So
can't
busy.
today. Yeah, I'm racing this weekend.
I'm racing this weekend.
I'm selling cars.
I'm selling cars, or I'm going to the Bahamas.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
I was going to say, I missed that one.
Yeah, but I assume that the drag racing year went well for you guys.
It went really well. We were going to go out west. I still had a chance to win the world championship, and we started out, and we got about 3 hours from the house, and our truck lost boost. I don't know if it was a turbo. Well, we replaced the turbo when we got back, but that wasn't the issue. So we were about 3 hours away. It was Weimar, Texas,
Mhm.
and we stopped for fuel, and we went to take off, and I noticed before we stopped for fuel that the boost gauge was reading a lot lower than it should. I'm in denial, I'm running on adrenaline. I'm like, I surely will be okay. Well, then when I stopped for fuel and I went to leave to get back, I was on the feeder, getting back onto the freeway. It had nothing for about a mile. So I knew, I've driven that path several times years prior. So I knew what I had in front of me as I got into Vegas. So I turned around, I came back home. We made some phone calls, had some guys meet us here that could work on it. They worked on it and tried their best, but we couldn't get it done in time. Our cutoff was at Tuesday at 4:00, and at 3:30, they had it running. When I drove around the block, it didn't help. So And actually, they're here now working on it as we speak to see what's wrong with it.
Well, listen, I think it's time you open up that wallet and buy you a new vehicle.
Yeah. I think when we priced one a year ago, they were what, 180, $200, 200. So
Just for the tractor rig, right?
that's right, just for the tractor part.
Yeah.
And our truck is a little older by design. When we purchased it, it's pre-death fluid. And a good family friend of ours that sold us that kind of said, hey, this is kind of like the route you want to go. And the truck's been a great truck. Light maintenance all through the years. And so we'll get it handled, but we're going to have to hold off on buying a new truck for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so let's start with the drag racing season.
Sure.
And how successful were you this year?
So things worked out really good, not only for me, but for all of us. So I ended up winning the Division IV Stock Eliminator Championship. My brother Gary finished second, and my nephew Will, which is my oldest brother's oldest son, he finished third. And his brother Landon finished, he finished in number 7. And then my older brother Speedy, so their dad, in Superstock finished in the top 10. I think he's number 8 or 9. So we had a great year. Terry was the only one who didn't place, but only because he had a lot of engine trouble this year. He runs a modified Eliminator Superstocker, and that thing just, when it's good, but we've just had some parts failure. So
you're up to 5, or is it 6 drivers?
Let's see. We have 4. So 4 of us original brothers. Then I have 2 of my nephews that are driving.
So 6.
So,
I knew Will was there, but I didn't know about the other nephew.
Yes. So Landon, he's the middle brother. So they're from my older brother Speedy. So there you have Will Emmons, Landon, and Jace. So Jace is the youngest one. This is his first year starting out in junior dragster.
How
old?
Junior.
Perfect.
Yeah, so he'll be running in the big car. He's 13 years old, so he'll be running in the big cars in a couple of years with us.
Wow. And so six drivers, what 6 cars are you running now? Are they all going to be Chevrolet brand or?
Oh, you know it. 69 muscle car Camaros, baby.
There you go.
And they all have the same drivetrain, the 396 aluminum head with a Holley 780 carburetor. And then we also have the Cavaliers, which are the Superstock cars. So my nephews are only driving stock at the moment, but in the future they're going to move up to Superstock, or maybe do both. And our plan is where we can all drive 2 cars apiece. But as you guys know, it takes a lot of help to be able to do that. I mean, I scaled back to only 1 car this year, and I'm going to go back to 2 next year. But it takes a lot. It takes a lot of outside help to be able to operate that many cars.
So what's going to happen next year when you got one of your old timers like yourself against one of them youngsters up there on a final on the line? Who's going to win?
Hey, well, let me just give you a little recap real quick. So I ran my nephew Landon there was a division race in Ennis, Texas. Him and I had to run each other in the final round there. And so he was also, if he won the final, then he was going to be our JEGS All-Star rep that happened at the Dallas National event, which is the national event that I won this year. So he won that final. And then at the Dallas National, I don't know if you guys know, but on the Monday and Tuesday, they have a Division IV race that they run before the national event starts. So not only did we have to run that race, a couple of weeks prior was a rainout race that had to be concluded there as well. So we had to run 2 division races at that Dallas national event before the national event started. So I had to run my other nephew, Will, in the final, and he got the best of me there. Uh-oh. So my nephew Landon got me on the first one. My nephew Will got me on the second one, but I ended up winning the national, which made everything a little bit better. When the sun set on Sunday, I won the Stock Eliminator class in Dallas, and my older brother Speedy, he lost in the final in Superstock. He lost to a really nice guy, put together a good race. And, so we had a great weekend, and I mean, it was just great weather. You couldn't ask for a better time. But my winning, and that was my 20th national event win, which I'm very proud of to be able to get that at Dallas because my family was there and I was able to take pictures with them, sure, which is a big deal for me. But I think it was hard not seeing my older brother win. We have all been in the final together, where both of us, where we've won together, one class and the other. We've also been at the same race where we both lost the final. I've lost one, and my other brother lost one before. But I was able to run first. So when I turned off into the racetrack, I ran over to the monitors, where all the NHRA officials are, and I was able to watch his run live on the TV monitor at the finish line. So obviously I was wanting him to win, and so I was able to get his times, his reaction time, and his ET as he was turning off the racetrack. And he ran a good race, but his opponent ran an even better one. And so, I'm happy I won, but I'm not going to lie, man. It was diluted pretty heavily, because it's hard to be happy when my brother drove a great race and he lost too. You know what I mean? So, we had a great time, but
so family oriented.
Let me just throw this out there. Did you ever hear that bowling is a lot cheaper than drag racing? Did you ever hear that?
But isn't it boring?
No, it's not. No, but the balls go down. Go down.
If you bowl with us, it's not boring.
Bowling with, as you can very well imagine. All right. Well, let's shift gears, shall we? Oh, by the way, before we leave this subject, let's talk about Stan.
Oh, yes.
And Sheila and Dale Hallquist, our friends. Did anybody have any success against the Emmons brothers at all?
Well, wait, no, I don't. I think Sheila had to race my nephew Will at the national event, and I want to say he beat her. I can't remember if it was a division race or at the national event, but I think they've ran twice. I think Sheila got one of them one time, and then one of the nephews got it the second time. And none of us have ran Stan that I know of this year. So, and Stan seems to have our number, so I'd rather stay away from him. None of us ran Dale Holtz this year.
Stan's got a lot of people's numbers.
Hey, he's very good.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to shift gears, and that is talk about the used car market and how are things going down there at the Emmons Autoplex in Webster, Texas.
Well, I can tell you we're having a better fourth quarter than we were on the first and the second quarter. We're actually down about 10 to 12% for the year, and but it was but first quarter I think we were down 69, 70 cars. The second quarter was really bad. We were down like 180. And then the third quarter, we started coming back up. We were only down like 30. And then I think and this month we're up like 45 cars. So things are getting better.
What drives that? What drives that discrepancy or off 70%?
Yeah.
That's quite a bit. So I think, obviously, and I'm not being political because I'm not about that, but I think the new president coming into office probably it depends on what you read, right? If it bleeds, it leads. So depending on what you're hearing, you're either going to save your money or you're going to be excited to spend money. Now I know when Trump became president, we didn't sell any more cars on the first quarter, obviously, but the foot traffic was really good. But the second quarter, I think that's when the tariffs kicked in. And, not only did that affect us because we couldn't get parts, we had a lot of cars in recon that we couldn't get online. And it also affected our bottom line. So not only did we sell close to 170 less cars, but we were down probably. So the dealerships that we do business with for those parts, normally we get, like you have retail and then you have list price. And then for us, because we do so much volume, we get 25 to 30% off list. Well, they took that discount away because they said that they're not in a position to give that to us. So not only did we have to pay more for the parts, it took us a longer time to get those cars reconditioned and put back online. And I think also were the interest rates not a little higher? They
were higher, and also the EV thing. Rumor had it that they are going to do away with the tax incentive on those, which they ultimately did. And I would like to think that may have hurt your sales a little bit as well, and everybody cashing in going electric, which they probably regret today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and then so the third quarter wasn't as bad. I think the interest rates started to come down, creep down a little bit. And then we're up like 40, 45 cars, 43, something like that right now. So we're doing better this last quarter.
I know that you guys sell across the board when it comes to pricing cars, and obviously it has a lot to do with the year, make, model, and the wear and tear in the car, the mileage. There's a lot of factors that go into that. What is your number one selling price range down there at Emmons?
25,000 and back. Yep. And I would say really when we have a lot of the inventory, that's that 15 to 18,
Yeah.
15 to 18,000. It's almost, and actually, 10 really, but that 15 to 18,000 goes almost immediately. But you can always count if it's 25,000 or less, we're going to be able to sell it. Obviously, conditioned upon the.
Do you
price.
still have as many Wranglers as you used to have?
What's crazy is I think that the Bronco craze is starting to take that over. We've seen, they're pretty stylish, especially when you put a little bit of a lift on it, put some wheels on it.
Yeah.
Take the hard top off, take the soft top off, put the hard top.
Yes.
I think we see a lot of the younger crowd going towards the Broncos. We seem to do real well with those. Now they need to be loaded, right? They need to have the leather. The soft top stock Jeeps aren't as or they don't sell as quick, but the Wranglers, they're always going to sell, especially when summertime comes. People want the tops off, but they do. The Wranglers, we don't have as many in stock as we normally do. We still have quite a bit, but the Broncos I've noticed have been a pretty good challenger to the Wranglers.
How about truck sales? Those usually are pretty strong, aren't they?
Yeah, we never have a problem with the truck. Those, whether they're a work truck, whether they're lifted, whether they're a stock truck. We're in Texas, so I think everybody needs to haul mulch or be a man and haul some lumber, whatever they want to do. So
what are your forecasting for 2026?
I think we're gonna, because we're down. I said we sold 3,100 last year. Down. Wow. We're obviously down from that for this year. I think next year, because of the interest rates, are going to at least be what they are. I think right now we're at 4.25% is what we can get to. I think as long as that stays steady, and I think people are conditioned to the market, I think we're going to go right back up next year.
Yeah. And as far as your dealership is concerned, you offer financing, don't you?
Yeah. Well, we no longer do in-house financing, but we do offer outside financing to other lenders.
You can connect some people.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. So it's a one-stop shop. You come here, and we have a great credit department that can get the guys or girls handled, and we have plenty of people on site. So we try to cut the wait time down. We're constantly having meetings about customer service. We want to improve. I think we've been here now 7 years, and we're still trying to make it better. You can never be. You just can't be complacent and think you're doing well. We have to keep moving the needle so that the customer experience.
Exactly.
You say that you've been there for 7 years, but that's at that location.
Yes, sir. That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So
you've been in business a long time, though.
We've been since 1972, since the year I was born. So it's been a minute.
Well, it's time to celebrate, and we're going to come down there and celebrate with you. Is that okay?
Yep. Let's do it, and we're going to go to Lupe Tortillas and eat on stand.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, you're talking.
And everybody out there listening is invited.
Hey, by the way,
everybody, that's right.
Speaking of which, we're doing a remote for Stan with his tailpipes and tacos thing. I believe that's going to be
3 weeks
on
or so?
the 13th.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, something like
second
that.
Saturday.
Second Saturday. Well, why don't you and the boys or whoever gather up to come with you? Come on out there to Katy.
As long as the weather is nice, we're going to try to bring at least 2 of our cars.
That'd be great.
That have been restored.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'd love it.
And my granddaughter still has her car that she bought, her first car from you. She's probably gonna take that to college with her.
Well,
she's gonna go to Texas Tech out there in Lubbock.
Is she really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nursing school.
What's going to be her major? Has she decided yet?
Staying away from grandpa, I think, is her major.
That's the first thing.
That's the first thing.
Jerry, we love you and your family. A great family. A great, we connect with you guys, and we appreciate it.
We really appreciate that, and we love you guys and appreciate the exposure that you give us and just the time to talk to you. We really appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see you in a couple weeks.
You got it. Hope to see you then.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
See you guys.
Very cool.
Hey, I wanted to remind you that we always invite you to join us for our live In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time on inwheeltime.com. You can YouTube and Facebook us as well for our live show. Check us out. It's free. And don't forget, 30-minute podcasts of your shows right here can be had from your favorite podcast store. We are back right after this quick break.
The Tailpipes and Tacos Christmas Edition 2025 happens Saturday, December 13th from 8 to 11 a.m. and you'll want to be a part of it. Tailpipes and Tacos is the cruise-in everyone wants to attend, and the Christmas edition is extra special. Donate an unwrapped new toy and help yourself to a free Loopy Tortilla breakfast taco. There'll be adult beverages available for purchase too. And don't forget your ride. Just cruise in and you're automatically registered to compete for one of 3 famous Chili Pepper trophies: Best Hot Rod, Best Classic, and Best Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos Christmas Edition will be held Saturday, December 13th, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex, located at 703 West Grand Parkway, just south of the Katy Freeway in Katy. Oh, and don't forget to bring the kids. There'll be special trophies and goodie bags for them too. It's the Tailpipes and Tacos Christmas Edition 25, Saturday, December 13th, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex at 703 West Grand Parkway in Katy. Bring a toy, get a free breakfast taco, and enjoy the camaraderie. In-Wheel Time will be there too. Apple or Android, In-Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and jonesing for a different kind of car talk show, give In-Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture and Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In-Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon, through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, and we know you love lists.
Our talk show. We're on the air live.
We are.
Coming to you right now.
Right.
And we've got another 40 minutes of this goodness
Awesome.
coming your way. Time now for Jeff's Motor Minute.
Yeah, old Dale Earnhardt Jr. We've all heard of him. We've heard of Dale Earnhardt, his dad, and his sister Teresa. I'm sorry, his sister Kelly and his stepmother Teresa. This all story goes back many, many years, but the shop and museum that was part of Dale Earnhardt, his legacy, seemingly has a stockpile of pieces of NASCAR history and things, but no one is allowed to go into there because of Teresa. Only 2 fans recently have had the tour of the museum itself since 2001. Clearly, it's been maintained. Features trophy-lined hallways, banquet rooms, race cars, things of that nature related to Dale Earnhardt. Snapshots clearly caught the attention of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his sister Kelly, who's been estranged from Teresa for many years. Having left the then Cup Series, the DEI, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, under a cloud after the 2007 season. So this has been festering a long time. Following the 7-time champions passing, both Kelly and Dale Earnhardt Jr. never had the opportunity to go through their dad's sentimental possessions, childhood items, or family photos, as per the report that was going on at the time. The sister Kelly added that Teresa rejected their input, and she says, when planning, this goes back to his funeral, that they've been estranged. Pretty crazy. Kelly and Dale Jr., whose mother was Dale's second wife, Brenda G., had also not been to visit their dad's grave since his interment. Since the death of Dale, Teresa has largely kept a low profile, with the DEI eventually dropping from the grid following the 2008 season, which at point merged with Chip Ganassi Racing. This changed in recent months, however, after she failed to sell the 400-acre portion of her land to a developer seeking a data center. So the woman is a little...
So she has a museum.
She's got a museum
that
of all of Dale
It's
Earnhardt.
not open to
that
anybody.
nobody can go see.
Nope, nobody can go see it. Not even the kids. The kids were threatened for arrest.
Really?
Yeah, they were threatened with arrest to even go see the dad's interment
For trespassing.
for trespassing.
They'd had to arrest me. That's all there is to it. Yeah, that would have been my contribution. Hello, Dad.
Or they'd be in court. I mean, I don't know if there's any lawsuits going on, but it's just been tough on them. I mean, for any family that's
You
tough.
have to be such a jerk.
I know.
What's the
And I think of Casey Kasem and his wife. Same thing.
Yeah.
She wouldn't. You couldn't even bury the man. Yeah, there was that whole thing of, oh no, he's mine. Oh no, he's mine. He's mine. No, let the man rest. What? Really?
Get over it. Get over yourselves. Anyways,
That's
sorry to hear that,
that's-
but for their junior, but
Well, guess what?
What?
Mr. Mars has driven probably one of the. Yes, are you calling somebody?
No, I was going, yes.
he's hallelujah. Praise
Mr.
the
Mars had a chance to drive one of the most popular SUVs in the world. That would be the Chevy Tahoe, and he is now to talk to you about that.
And it is the 2026 Chevrolet Tahoe. I haven't driven one in a couple of years, so I was really happy to see that I was going to get this. It's assembled in Arlington, Texas. So this is a Texas vehicle, very close to home. And it comes in 6 different trim levels: LS, LT, RST, E71, which is obviously this off-road suspension. You got the Premier, and then the High Country, the luxury. So we were driving the Premier, the 4-wheel drive trim level. Now, this is considered by the government as a standard SUV. That we used to call them full-size SUV, but I guess that means it's standard now, full-size. I had the polar white tri-coat option. I love black and white cars. I love that color combination.
Police version.
Yes, almost, except it had the white hood instead of the black hood. Of course, it had LED lighting all the way around on the exterior, including the fog lights, daytime running lights, had the heated folding side mirrors, all the things you would expect off of a high-end SUV. Power liftgate with power panoramic sunroof, power assist side steps with perimeter lighting. So whenever they would come on and it would start going back and forth, they would light up the ground so you could see it. 22-inch polished aluminum wheels were also an option that we had. Now, it did have the seating for 7 front and second row bucket seats, both of which were heated on this particular vehicle. Had a 17-inch infotainment screen up front. Now, this was not the vertical type of screen like some of the cars have. This is more of a horizontal screen, and I like it much better than the vertical because it just seemed I could find things a little bit easier looking across instead of trying to search up and down. 15-inch heads-up display that was really good at seeing how things were going. And the rear seat had the media system. Now, this is the 12.6-inch touch screens that are on the back of the front seats. Now, I don't particularly care for the way they did that. To me, it's kind of like an add-on. It's like it's hanging there. I like it much better when they build it in. But it worked well. Everybody seemed to be happy with that. Now, to make this thing go, because this thing is a little bit on the heavy side, 5,700 pounds. We had the 6.2-liter V8. Now, this is a $2,400 option on it. The standard engine is a 5-point-liter, and I'm thinking that that's probably a very adequate engine. But the 6.2-liter has 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. And putting that with the 10-speed automatic, it is rated to tow 8,200 pounds, which is a pretty good-sized load. You can see them pulling big boats and things. Now, the miles per gallon, the EPA says you should be looking for about 14 on the highway, 14 in the city, 18 on the highway, and with a combination of 16. Now, the week I had it, I drove it 267.8 miles. And I got 16.8 on as an overall average for that time. And I was real happy with that because I really liked driving this vehicle. It's got plenty of power to spare, particularly if you're thinking about towing something. It's going to give you plenty of juice for that to get to that 8,400 pounds. So I also liked driving it. It was very quiet. I thought it had very responsive steering in that it's not a race car, but you get into around town where you're maneuvering around the streets or through a parking lot.
Tight.
I thought it worked really well for that size of vehicle. I was really impressed with it. And it's also got a lot of glass. So you got a real nice field of view whenever you're looking around to see what's around you.
The pillars don't get in the way.
No, it was really nice. I also like the magnetic ride control. I mean, that was some nice stuff there.
Absolutely.
Now, cost. Now, the base model price, the LS base model price, $62,995. That's what it'll take to get into a Tahoe. Now, the base trim price for the Premier that we had was $78,000, which I thought that was pretty good. But we had an option or two.
You did.
Our MSRP as tested was $92,000.
Oh my God.
So we had some options, like I say, the paint, the wheels, and lots of other things.
The only option that it didn't have is the Cadillac option. That would have been $192,000.
Yeah. You got that.
That'd be called an Escalade.
If you're looking for something to compare this to, I mean, you could look across at the Ford Expedition, up about the same size, $64,995 to get started. Nissan Armada, $58,800. Toyota Sequoia, which is strictly all you're going to get there is a hybrid. You're not going to get a straight gasoline engine, but it's $64,000. Now, the GMC Yukon is the sister vehicle to the Tahoe, or the cousin, whatever you want to call it. And it'll start at about $69,000, but I've always thought the GMC is, it used to be the working man's truck. And but now,
GMC?
yeah.
GMC now is
Now it's the
between
luxury.
the Chevy and the Cadillac.
Yeah. It's got a lot nicer. So its base price, that makes sense that it starts a little bit more. But I really enjoyed this vehicle. I thought it would do a lot of things, and I don't know what all I would do to improve it. And that's my review of the 2026 Chevrolet Tahoe Premier 4-wheel drive.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, the email is info@inwheeltime.com. We are back right after this quick break.
Who doesn't like a social event? How about one that centers around your love for all things automotive? Another Gulf Coast Auto Shield Car Social is back. Saturday, December 6th, 9 to noon at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. It's a morning packed with incredible cars, some of the finest rides in town, from classics to modern exotics. Here's your chance to talk to fellow car lovers. Grab a coffee and check out how Gulf Coast Auto Shield keeps these rides looking perfect. Meet the team. Take a look around the shop to see firsthand how Gulf Coast Auto Shield gets the most of the look you're trying to create. In Wheel Time will be there with their live car talk show. You might just be one of the guests. Don't miss this free, fun, and fast-paced car gathering of fellow car lovers and their rides. Saturday, December 6th at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway. Bring your car, bring your friends, and bring your love for all things automotive. We'll see you then. The award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show now reaches 5.3 million folks each year. Check us out on InWheelTime.com, YouTube, Facebook, and podcasts available from your favorite go-to source, including our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show has informative automotive guest interviews, new car reviews, along with popular features including driving destinations, Jeff's car culture, latest car news, cruise-ins, and racing dates. It's all on InWheelTime.com. Join us. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.